All right, climbing oil prices, gold hitting all-time highs, Bitcoin on the rise, and then we have Q3 earnings flooding in. And then we also have the US elections, Fed decision next. All so much for the investor to digest. But this is Market Pulse on News Central in partnership with nairametrics. We'll do our best to bring you a breakdown of market activities and an analysis of the stories that are driving the markets. I am Joanna Mustafa. We're going to begin with what is happening on the global scene. European and Asian shares slipped today in light of course, uncertainty surrounding a closely contested U.S. elections. Gold, on the other hand, has hit another all-time high. It's been breaking record after record. It hovered near a 3-month high. That's talking about the U.S. dollar now. And of course, with lukewarm appetite, for risk, the Euro STOXX 600 fell by 0.6% ahead of a slew of key economic data. Figures for the third quarter GDP in the Eurozone should be out as we speak. And all of that we know is going to drive sentiment there. British stocks fell by 0.4% ahead of a UK budget announcement around midday. And of course, this budget includes major tax increases and more borrowing for investment. Yields on British government bonds also fell in early trade. And again, we're seeing gold rise to all-time highs. $2,784.82 an ounce, while the dollar continues to approach a 3-month high against a basket of currencies. Among riskier assets, Bitcoin was one of the few gainers, flirting with a record peak, with markets weighing the prospects of a victory by Donald Trump. So bets are already being placed, and we're going to see, we know he's has a favorable attitude towards crypto. But coming to the equities markets, U.S. equity futures fluctuated as investors dug into corporate earnings results from Microsoft, Meta Platform PLC, expected to be out today. Alphabet Inc. as well, that rallied more than 5% in pre-market trading after Google's parent earnings beat estimates. So there's so much happening. There's so much driving the markets. We're definitely going to need to keep our eyes out. The next week is going to be pretty tight. US elections, interest rates, and we're seeing all these assets rally or dip in reaction to that. And that's your global markets roundup. Of course, we're going to have key metrics with Frank, bringing you more insights into what's happening on the local scene as regards investments. All right, but before we get the key metrics from Frank, what's happening on the local bourse? Of course, we're seeing negative movement due to sell pressures of investors on some of the highly capitalized stocks. We're talking MTN Nigeria, that lost 4.84% of its market value. UBA as well saw quite the dip today. And generally, everyone and investors are reacting to Q3 earnings. That's driving the market. The market is down 4 basis points today. Definitely a shadow of itself from what happened last week. We have been in the red so far, but we'll see what happens ahead. All share index, it's flirting, with dipping below the 98,000 ceiling. We were thinking, okay, perhaps we'll see 100,000 all share index points, but that's not happening just yet. Market capitalization is still 59.39 trillion. Coming to the top gainers, Vitafoam's revenue is up 56%, and that's probably why we're seeing it up there as one of the top gainers, tying with University Press and Sky AVN, all there, as top gainers. Unicell as well, still, benefiting off of its earnings report release, and of course, investors are still showing confidence in that stock. We're seeing it as a top gainer today, gaining 9.93%. Let's come down to the top losers list. Jais Bank stands out for us there as a top loser. The Non-Interest Bank's board of directors, they had a meeting on Monday to consider third quarter unaudited financial statements, and perhaps results of that meeting is driving investors already The results haven't been released just yet, but of course, reactions already. Jais Bank down 10% today. PZ as well down. ABC Transport, UPDC, and the rest up there, completing the top decliners for today. Top traded stocks, of course, we're seeing MTN on that list, of course, caught in negative trade. We anticipate their earnings. I don't know what the prospects will be like for that stock. Of course, we already had Airtel, and we didn't see much of a move on Airtel stocks, but MTN stocks, a top traded stock today alongside Jais Bank, UBA, Champs and Zenith Bank. Currency markets, the Naira is at 1,654 Naira to the dollar. The Kenyan shilling, of course, held steady and amongst other currencies. Now we're coming to key metrics with Frank, so stay tuned for that. This is Market Pulse on News Central in partnership with Nairametrics.
The crypto market, we're seeing a lot of happening. So the market's really rallying. Bitcoin literally almost hitting its all-time high. Currently $72,000. That is the price of Bitcoin, nearing its all-time high of 73,737 in just 24 hours. It surged by 5.7%. Let's take a look at some of the key points. Bitcoin price rose to $73,000 across major exchanges before dropping to $72,000. Now, this marks Bitcoin's highest level since the month of March. Let's take a look at some of the crypto analysis. You're going to understand what we mean and why all of this is happening. Some of the key points for you to understand. This marks Bitcoin highest level since March, and we're seeing crypto analysts predict further growth and citing a bullish setup. Veteran trader Peter Brand also forecasts that Bitcoin is going to reach $94,000. And all of this is against the backdrop of what is happening in the U.S. You're seeing the U.S. election, markets are tilting towards what the outcome and in different polls is happening. You're seeing that Donald Trump is literally pro-crypto, and you're seeing the market having this much rally. And it's not only Bitcoin that is being affected. Bitcoin is more or less the king of the block, but there are other altcoins that are following the same approach that Bitcoin is. You're seeing Ethereum above the 2,650 mark. BNB also crossing the 607 mark. Solana at $181. Sui is 24% to $2.03. And we're seeing a couple of meme coins also leading. We're seeing Popcat 2.5% growth. Some of the sectors are outperforming others. Certain sectors are leading the charge. Meme coins, 219% year-to-date increase. AI tokens, it's the year of AI, and we're seeing 217% year-to-date. Look at what is happening. BRC20 tokens, and we're seeing 217% also year-to-date. Then real-world asset. This is quite interesting, because real-world assets, to put it in context, what that means is, so take for instance, you have a property. That property has a representation on the blockchain. And so let's say you have a property and that property is being represented on the blockchain, meaning you can have your CFO on the blockchain, you can have different asset classes on the blockchain that is represented with physical assets. And that's what reward assets is doing. We're seeing 134% increase as regards the reward assets. Amazing numbers happening in the world of cryptocurrencies. And all of this is against the backdrop of what is happening in the US. A lot of investors are literally interested in the market. See gold hitting its all-time high as well, $2,700. So literally almost all alternative asset classes are doing amazing numbers. Let's see what the US election has up its sleeves. If Trump comes out on top, definitely you sure know how the market is going to react as regards the crypto market, because he's pro-crypto, and a lot of investors in the crypto market will be very much excited about the US election if Trump ends up winning the election. The market is definitely going to rally. It's going to rally. And let's take a look at what is happening. Social Fi, you're seeing some Social Fi negative year-to-date return as regards Social Fi. Metaverse tokens as well. Many of them not doing so well. We have governance tokens. Some of them not doing so well as well. And layer 2s are also one of those tokens that are not doing that are not doing so well. But I guess AI. Look at what is happening with the AI, doing amazing numbers. because it's the year of artificial intelligence. And any token that just has AI, I beg your pardon, as part of its use case, definitely we're going to experience a couple of rallies. That's it today on Key Metrics. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Many thanks for staying with us on Market Pulse. We'll see you same time, same station, where we have all the issues bedeviling the market. We'll leave you with what is happening in African market and then the world markets.